Prince George's rebellion shatters the royal expectations as he defies tradition and ignites change within the palace. With unwavering determination, he challenges centuries-old norms, leaving the monarchy in upheaval. In the heart of London, beneath the shadow of centuries-old palaces and amidst the buzz of a modern city, a young prince is writing a new chapter in the annals of a storied monarchy. This isn't just any prince, this is Prince George of Wales, a child born not just to royalty, but to a legacy of expectations, traditions, and a public life mapped out before his first breath. Yet, whispers in the corridors of Buckingham and beyond hint at a tale of rebellion, of a young royal poised to challenge the very fabric of his heritage. Welcome to the saga of Prince George's rebellion, shattering royal expectations. On a warm July day in 2013, the world welcomed George Alexander Louis into its fold, marking the arrival of the first child of Prince William and Catherine, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. George Alexander Louis's entry into the world on July 22, 2013, was not just the birth of a child, but the dawn of a new chapter in royal history. Born at St. Mary's Hospital, the same place as his father and uncle, his arrival was met with widespread celebration, symbolized by the blue fountains of Trafalgar Square and the booming gun salutes from Green Park and the Tower of London. This moment of joy was not just about welcoming a new member of the royal family, but also about the public's keen interest in the continuation of a legacy that dates back centuries. From the outset, George's life has been a blend of traditional royal expectations and the modern world's demands. His baptism, held at St. James's Palace, was a private affair, yet his existence has been anything but secluded. Public appearances, although carefully curated, offer glimpses into George's upbringing. The evolution of George's titles mirrors the shifting sands within the royal family itself. Initially known as His Royal Highness Prince George of Cambridge, his title changed as his grandfather ascended the throne, becoming Prince George of Wales. This progression not only marks his growing position within the royal hierarchy, but also signifies the ongoing adaptation of the monarchy to contemporary times. George's public image, carefully shaped by moments captured during official engagements and family outings, paints the picture of a young boy at the intersection of historical tradition and the public's fascination with the royal family. Whether it's his expressions of disappointment at a football match or his role as page of honor at his grandfather's coronation, each public appearance is scrutinized for signs of the future king's developing personality and potential leadership style. In every photograph and public appearance, Prince George represents more than just the future of the British monarchy. He embodies the hopes and expectations of a nation and the wider world. His upbringing, marked by a careful blend of privacy and public exposure, aims to prepare him for a role that is both ancient and ever-evolving. As George grows, so too does the public's interest in how he will navigate his path within the royal family, challenging and shaping royal traditions in an era that demands modernity and relevance. Through these early years, we see not just a young prince, but a symbol of a monarchy in transition, adapting to the challenges of the 21st century while holding on to the traditions that define it. Prince George's journey through the educational system marks a notable departure from the traditional royal path, reflecting the modernizing shift within the British monarchy. Opting for Thomas Battersea, a private school in London, over a more secluded or home-based education, showcases an effort by the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to grant their son a semblance of normalcy amidst the extraordinary circumstances of his birthright. Thomas Battersea is known for its forward-thinking approach to education, focusing on providing a supportive and creative environment for its students. This choice signifies a balance the royal family seeks to strike, ensuring Prince George receives an education that is both excellent and grounding, preparing him for his future role while allowing him the experiences of a typical school-going child. His public persona is carefully curated, blending moments of relatability with the duties of his position, showcasing the monarchy's ongoing evolution in response to contemporary demands. Prince George's upbringing and public life epitomize a modern turn within the British royal family, illustrating a conscious shift from the conventions that governed the lives of previous generations. This modern approach is evident in the way George is presented to the world, blending royal duties with moments that highlight his personal interests and the semblance of a normal childhood. One of the most striking examples of this modern approach is the casual yet candid photographs released by the royal family, often taken by the Duchess of Cambridge herself. These images, which often celebrate George's milestones and birthdays, offer a glimpse into his life that is both personal and relatable. Unlike the more formal portraits of royal children in the past, these photographs often capture George in moments of play, laughter, and casual family settings, emphasizing his individual personality over his royal. In essence, Prince George's life reflects a careful crafting of a modern royal identity, one that respects the traditions of the past while embracing the realities of the present. Through his education, public appearances, and the sharing of his personal interests, George is being shaped into a royal who can navigate the demands of his future role with both the grace of his lineage and the relatability of his generation. Prince George's upbringing and role within the British royal family have already begun to signal a shift in how future royals might navigate their public and private lives. His education at a school like Thomas Battersea, participation in public events, and the casual glimpses into his personal interests all reflect a modern approach to royal life. These elements not only humanize the monarchy, but also align it closer with the values and expectations of contemporary society. By blending tradition with a more relatable, down-to-earth image, George's journey is setting new precedents for how royals connect with the public. Looking forward, George's role within the royal family is poised to be both fascinating and unprecedented. As he matures, his personal interests, alongside the responsibilities of his position, will likely continue to reflect a balance between honoring tradition and embracing the modern world. This balance will be crucial in maintaining the monarchy's relevance in a rapidly changing global landscape. George's future as a royal in the public eye offers the possibility of further breaking with old norms, potentially influencing royal protocols to be more transparent, accessible, and in tune with public sentiment. As we watch Prince George grow, his impact on the monarchy and its relationship with the world promises to be significant. The way he navigates his path will not only shape his future, but also the future of the British royal family. So, stay tuned, subscribe, and like this video to follow the journey of Prince George and the evolving story of the modern monarchy. Don't forget to share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below.